We love hip
What's
hop.
going on with you, man? You know what I'm saying? Talk to us, bro.
Okay.
This guy's a whole different profession.
Yeah.
I'm like, I have a new occupation, a new identity, really.
So tell us about the show.
I'm gonna walk you through my week, and then it's
Okay.
gonna lead to my first stand-up routine, which I recently did. So I had jury duty. I remember I told you I got
Wow,
called
you
for
actually
jury
gonna tell
duty.
everybody you were gonna do this. I know you were gonna do
Yeah.
it, but you're actually letting the world know. Okay,
Yeah, bro. Cause
cool.
yo,
Who do we
it
put
was-
away?
bro, let me tell you this,
Can you
man.
even
and-
talk about it? Number one.
Yes, because nothing happened, bro. They
Wow.
wasted 2 of my days. Okay, so yo, you go there, you're at University Avenue, you're at the courthouse, boom, you check in your stuff, you go, you show them your paper, and you sit in a room.
Yeah.
You're sitting in a room with a bunch of strangers. There's no music, there's no snacks, there's no
Nothing.
coffee. It's 8:30
They didn't
a.m.
give you a spit of water.
Not water, no tea.
That early too, man. Crazy.
So you're sitting there, we wait an hour, they come, they play us this video of like why you should do jury duty, right? And you know, they're like, they had different types of Canadians. Like they had like, you know, the stay-at-home mom, the retired person. Then they had like this like conservative construction worker being like, at first when I got the thing, I wasn't trying to take days off work. But then I realized it was my duty. And then like, you know, he's like telling you how you should do jury duty. So then they show us this like, all right, how it works is like at any moment, they might just call you or your panel and then like you got to go to a case. You don't know what case you're going to. You know, it could be a divorce thing, could be assault, it could be, you know,
A
full
murderer.
on. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh my God.
So at first you're sitting there, okay, nothing's happening. Nothing. Now it's 1 o'clock. They're like, okay, guys, go for a break, go for lunch. And I was like, okay. And I got some darts because I was like, I don't know how long I'm going to be here. Then at 3, they're like, okay, you guys can go home, come back tomorrow.
What?
So nothing happened. And keep in mind, bro, at this point, like you're just in a quiet room with strangers sitting down. Like
Do you
you're
get
kind of
paid?
losing your mind a little bit.
Do you get paid?
You do not get paid.
Wow.
If you have an employer, they will compensate you for time missed. Like some workplaces do that, but no, they don't pay you. They only pay you if the case goes beyond a certain amount of time. And if you're a certain amount of kilometers away, they'll pay for a little bit of gas. Second day, same thing. And while I'm in there, I start writing the stand-up routine because I'm like, you know what? I'm bored. I'm kind of losing my mind. Like, let me just write. And then I messaged, do you guys know who Nitish Sakuja is? Nitish? I interviewed him. He's a pretty known comedian in Toronto. Really funny. Shout out. Nitish, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He rolls with like Norm and them too.
Yeah. He's half though, right? Is he like, what is he, Indian?
I think he's Indian, yeah.
Full?
I'm not sure, but he
Okay,
has
cool.
like some tats.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I messaged Nitish. I'm like, yo, I'm looking for an open mic. I want to do comedy. He's like, all right, message Backroom Comedy. So I messaged the guy, boom. He's like, yo, we don't do open mics, but like if you can bring a certain amount of people, I'll give you this many minutes. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, bet. I didn't have anything written at this point or anything. So I start writing and I start practicing. I'm practicing in front of my friends and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna just do it. Because I found a note in my iPhone from 6 years ago saying, write a stand-up routine, you know, and I never did it. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna just do it. Long story short, like 9 of my friends pulled through and like, maybe there was like 17 people. So a lot of it was like my friends.
Yeah.
So obviously I feel like that's a little biased with the laughs and stuff, but I recorded and stuff and yeah, I did it. It went well. I got some laughs. I felt like the stage presence wasn't an issue for me. Now it's just more about the time and the pace, the punchline, because it's kind of like rap, you know?
So you're going to do it again?
Oh, I'm going to keep doing it.
Yo.
And what I want to do is I want us to host shows because I feel like you got to fight for your time in the stand-up scene. Because now I'm like, imagine you're just starting to become a rapper and you see this like whole industry. There have been people who've been at stand-up in Toronto for like 5, 6, 10 years, still trying to make it. You know what I'm saying? They're known in the clubs. They know the club owners, you know? So they might get preference when it comes to minutes or sets, you know?
Yeah. And how many minutes did you do?
I did about 7. I could have maybe went 10, but I was told 5, but yeah.
You had
Think of
5 minutes to make me laugh, dog.
Yeah, it's
7 minutes is not a short amount of time. It might sound short, like when people hear, 7 minutes.
What?
Yeah.
1 minute just passing when you're just standing there on stage
Imagine.
is it feels like half an hour.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You
Yep.
probably, when you look down and you seen 7 minutes pass, you were like, holy shit, was I up there for 20 or am I wrong?
I was in a rush to make sure I got my whole Georgie Porgy joke, just all of it without getting like finishing it. So I got that out, and then I told my boy who was recording me, like, give me a signal when it's like 5. So it felt quick because I was just trying to hit my lines. It's the difference between like memorizing something and like really feeling it, you know? But now the next time I do it, because I watched it back, okay, I'm like, okay, here I can take a pause. Here I don't have to use this word. I can just say this. And I'm looking forward to like honing the craft. But I also want to find a way that I can still utilize the audience I've built over like DJing and podcasting and stuff and bring them into comedy, and also give myself more time to work. Cause like I could do 10 5-minute open mics, or I can do 1 hour of me just like working on material live on the spot. Like, stand-up is like half like you memorize stuff and half freely interacting with the crowd and like
work,
making up stuff on the spot. You know what I'm saying? You got to do more of that. So I think We Love Hip Hop should host a comedy night. I put it out in the ethos. I even talked to Diamond Club. I'm like, yo, we should, especially if it's in a smoke-friendly venue, like a stand-up, because it's a cheap thing to do. Like people don't want to go clubbing all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like what, $10, you get to see 4 comics, grab a couple drinks, laugh with your lady or whatever. I think it's a good lane. So
it's a vibe.
Yeah, man, that was my week. Sorry for rambling, but it was a life-changing experience. I'm not gonna lie.
No. It's good to hear, man. And like I was telling you before we started this, like I rate you for really like taking that chance, bro. Because like that's scary shit to me, to like go on a stage as people who've performed. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm actively hosting. Dusty, you're still performing, doing music. You know what I'm saying? Like there's one thing to have all the music behind you. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of distractions for the crowd.
The antics, like, yo, put your hands up.
Yeah, like you could do a bunch of shit when you're doing a musical thing. But when you're doing stand-up comedy, there's silence until the laugh happens.
Yeah. Imagine that 1 minute of no laughing.
Or even worse, you start hearing murmuring because they just start talking amongst themselves.
Yeah.
That's like
nerve-wracking.
Like, it's not even that they're not entertained. They're not even interested anymore. So they just like, so what happened to you on Friday? Yeah. Work was
How
tough.
about that weather?
This guy's still on? This guy's still up there?
Exactly.
It's interesting because I feel like how the audience sees stand-up comedians, it's like you want them to be relatable.
Yeah.
You want them to be likable. Like if you feel like, yo, I don't rate this guy, you're not gonna want to laugh at his jokes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but if he can't be like looking like The Rock and super jacked and or a pretty boy, and like I feel like that might off-put some audience members
Matt
too.
Rife.
Like Matt Rife has a problem with the male demographic because he's such a pretty boy and most of his fans are females.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, how do I like dress up? I'm like, should I show my tats? Should I come like with the glasses? I'm like, I don't think I should go with a suit because I look like very douchey on stage. You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm
maybe
like
it might work
established.
because a lot of the comedians that you see that are legends like Bernie Mac, they kind of had to look. You kind of have to look funny to be a comedian. I feel.
Yeah.
For some comedians, it could be their niche.
Yeah. Look at Cat. Look at Cat when he first came out. You thought he was a direct pimp.
Yeah, big hats and big suits.
Great suits, and you know what I mean? So, you know, you'll figure it out as you go, right?
Yeah.
I feel you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
You'll find your voice, you know what I'm saying?
Right?
You got to find your audience because there were other comedians there and you realize, I'm like, okay, like when you're in these type of places like Sudbury, this, that, your comedy probably slaps. But if you're in front of like maybe like a Scarborough audience or more urban audience, like they might not relate to how you talk and stuff. Yeah, exactly. Or your takes on the world.
Yeah. Well, salute to you, man.
Thank you,
what I'm
bro.
saying? Keep doing it, bro.
Yeah, man.
You guys got to pull up to the next one.
Yeah,
for sure.
I just had a show the same night, so I was like, damn.
Yeah. And then what
We love hip hop.